This is a story of nervousness, and it starts with a cacophony. At this shooting range in Helsinki, they are honing their skills. Among the people here, members of Finland's huge army of reservists. The Russian border is less than 2 hours away. They've looked at the war in Ukraine and shuddered at the idea that it could happen here too.
There's been a huge spike. We have seen now in the past month and a half more members in this period, 6 weeks, than what we typically see over 2 years.
The war in Ukraine weighs heavily on the Finnish people. Past Soviet invasions here have left a legacy of anxiety. For decades, Finland kept out of military alliances, but the foreign minister told me his country now needed solidarity, and he pointed very clearly towards finally joining NATO.
In Finland, we have been keeping in our earlier white papers to the parliament always this, what we call the NATO option. If security situation in Europe changes, we are ready to look for the NATO membership. And this is probably now the change that we are ready to make that step.
This shop sells outdoor equipment and military supplies. Sales have soared recently from people preparing to either fight or flee.
So, for example, we have been selling a lot of backpacks.
Right. So what do they think will happen when Finland does sign up with NATO?
Immediately after we have left the application, then the sales will go up momentarily. It might take a week or two because people are really waiting for Russia to act in some way. Of course, we don't know what it is. It can be a cyber attack, or at least, but we don't know. So, but we know that people will prepare.
Planning for a Russian attack is something the Finns have been doing for a long time. You just don't really notice. Well, here's the perfect example of how Finland carries on as normal while also preparing for the very worst. This swimming pool was built underground. There's 15 metres of solid granite above us, and in less than a day it can be drained and converted into a bomb shelter capable of accommodating nearly 4,000 people. Beneath the pool you can find the giant blast doors, even the curving entrance road designed to withstand big explosions.
And we've been doing this for a long time, so we have a heritage of preparing, and it helps a lot. If something unordinary happens, we are not paralyzed completely. We can keep the society working.
On the surface, Finland carries on as normal, but this is a nervous nation, fearful of its capricious neighbour, wary of the future. Adam Parsons, Sky News, Helsinki.